We're going to make a folded landscape. It will be folded like an accordion, and we'll make little trees out of cut paper to make it pop out. Start by choosing a background piece of paper. Then your white piece of paper, you'll need to do some folding. You'll want to make sure you match up the corners and the edge with your background paper. You want the first fold to be the same size as that paper. So it's lined up, and I'm going to fold it so that it matches up with the other edge. This can be tricky, so take your time before you crease it. Crease it. Next, I'm going to make 2 more folds. So now I'm going to make another fold going back the other way. You can see how it's folded like an accordion or zigzag. 1 more fold back the other way. Next, we want to cut the white paper on a diagonal. So open it back up, and then starting in the bigger fold, I'm going to make a diagonal line going down. This might be a good place to pause and make sure you did it right before you cut, because cutting is the next step. And it can be a bumpy line. It's supposed to be snow hills. Now we're going to glue the white paper to the blue paper. So turn it over and put glue on the back of the larger piece. Make sure you cover it well so it doesn't peel or come off later. Then line it up. Take your time lining it up. As you can see, even I had a little trouble. You want to make sure you line up those corners and edges. I had it this way and I didn't quite like it, so I had to pull it off and try again. It's okay. Adding the trees. So now we're going to add about 4 trees. I would say at least 4. You can do more than that if you'd like. I'm going to cut them out of green paper. There's light green and dark green. You can use both or just one or the other. Then just cut some triangles and make some trees, maybe some a little bigger than the others. All right, after you have your trees cut out, you'll want to glue them down, some in the distance, some a little further, on each part of the fold is what I tried to do. So I'm starting with a background tree, putting a little glue down, putting another tree. Now I'm going to use a thin Sharpie to add the trunks of the trees and the branches. So I just made a straight line going down into the snow and then added some diagonal branches. All right, I added a little snowman. Now I'm going to add some presents and some snowflakes, some other little details with my thin Sharpie. So I'm going to use these different colored papers to cut some squares and rectangles to make presents. Now I'm going to glue my presents down in the snow around the trees and then add some bows. I'm also going to add some snowflakes. And I also used a white crayon to add some snow in my sky. And there's my finished folded landscape.